bro, I'm just gonna say this one thing about these passport bros, man. So look, a lot of these dudes, man, because they got this whole wave now going on with these passport bros. I mean, you can't go on IG without seeing some memes about dudes going to Colombia, whatever it is. But I'm just gonna say this for y'all, right? Money can't make you unlame. All right, if you lame in the United States, brother, you're gonna be lame in Colombia. You're gonna be a lame in Morocco. You're gonna be a lame in Europe, wherever you go. And this is what a lot of dudes fail to realize, man, is y'all don't want to do the inner work. I'm not saying don't make money, brother. We all want y'all to make money, right? But though, don't think you complain about American women and you going overseas is gonna solve your problems. But you gotta do the inner work first. It's like putting lipstick on a pig or putting a wig on a pig. You know what I'm saying? You just putting a band-aid on something, brother, but it's a deeper problem. And dudes that want to complain about American women, listen, bro, I got no issues with American women. I love American women. Got no issues with them. And I'm Moroccan, but I grew up here. So I know both sides of the coin. And I can tell you right now, brother, listen, you might go to a different country, right? Maybe they speak a different language. Maybe the culture is a little different. But hey, you gonna get played wherever, brother. You a lame over there. And that's how these dudes getting set up. I be on IG and I be seeing these dudes getting set up in Colombia. I'm like, listen, bro, you can't go into these people's country and thinking, oh, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Nah, but there's repercussions to everything in life. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do the inner work first, brother. Yeah, go overseas, have a good time, man. Enjoy the women, that's cool. But listen, brother, everyone's got ulterior motives, right? And you can't be oblivious, man. I'm just gonna leave y'all with that. I'm out of here.
I said stripper hoes. They've been putting us down. They've been talking shit about us. So when Snoop Dogg was saying that and shit for hoes and tricks, when they was degrading the black woman, when they was tearing us the down for years. Finally, when black women get up and they decide that they're going to degrade themselves and make the money.
Am I going to get the finish of my point that I was?
That's cap.
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go right back to what the brother said. Y'all standing too close to the hoes. Most women I thought weren't hoes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all say that most of y'all ain't hoes. Y'all are still defending the culture. If a woman decides to be in a rap video, that's her responsibility. If I want to, and that's her discretion. If I want to trick on y'all, if I want to spend my money, you want to put steak inside your phone and let me trick on you, and you don't want to give me no sex at the end of the night, and you give it to somebody else. Why are we not holding women accountable for being hoes, for whole culture to be entertained? On one hand, y'all say don't shame hoes. Then on the other hand, y'all say we entertaining hoes. Y'all got to pick a side. One day you want to be a wife. Next day you want to be a hoe. So y'all are having selective outrage on when you can play a hoe and when you can play a good woman. Because if we're so against hoes, then the women should be the biggest fighters against poetry by not being hoes. We can't entertain what don't exist.
One time this guy asked me on a date, and as in one time I mean last week, and we matched on Hinge, and he was like, well, I'm really busy this week, but do you want to go get drinks on Saturday? I was like, yeah, let's go. Now, if you know me, I don't like to go on dates. It's just too much work for me, okay? I'm skipping that part, and I'm just not meeting up with them. I'm on Hinge for all the worst reasons, and it's just to get validation. But this guy's very intriguing, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go on the date. So we plan a date for Saturday. We're texting all week. Again, it's a week in advance. Now, we're not texting like 24/7. We're just sending a couple texts throughout the day. Nothing crazy. So Friday rolls around. I'm at the pool. We're finally getting on the what do you do for work conversation. And I'm like, well, I have a half day on Friday, blah, blah, blah. And I send him a picture while I'm at the pool, and then he doesn't answer. That's normal, okay? He's gone like 12 hours without answering me before. So that night, I go out, and I'm like, well, he asked me if I was going out last weekend, so I'm going to ask him if he's going out this weekend. Mind you, the date's the next day. It's Friday. So I'm like, are you going out tonight? No response. I'm still feeling confident. I'm like, nothing's wrong here. Okay, this is all regularly scheduled programming. Mind you, the date's the next day, so it's Saturday. He hasn't answered me yet. Throughout the day, I'm like, I wonder if I'm going on this date tonight. I don't know. It's just a date for drinks, so I'm assuming I can pencil it in wherever I need, because me and my friends were day drinking on Broadway. I would also like to note that we had a place picked out for the date. Like, we had everything but the time picked out. But then it's like 3:30, and I'm like, he doesn't text me back yet. I fear I'm not going on this date. Now, here's the thing. My Hinge profile has a prompt that says, you You should not go out with me if you never want to feel peace ever again, because people have told me that I'm a lot to take, and I take it as a compliment. So funny enough, he said during our Hinge messages, he was like, how much peace are we talking? Blah, blah, blah. Like, well, if this goes south, I'm like, oh, so you're already planning our breakup. Hence the no peace. So, when it was 11:30 p.m., and I still hadn't heard from him, and we were supposed to go on a date that day, I triple texted him. Everyone was like, don't do it, girl, don't do it. I'm sorry, what do I have to lose in this situation? I've never met him. The date's not happening. I gave him a warning. What do I have to lose? Nothing. I triple texted him. I said, so what time are you picking me up tonight? No response. Chances of me seeing him out? High chances, dude. So, obviously I'm gonna go up to him and confront him when I see him. He probably found my TikTok. That's probably exactly what happened. Hey, Hey, King. Hope you're enjoying the show. This is the raw version of me, babe.
People always get this confused. When I say I'm not going to date a broke guy, that doesn't mean that automatically when he has money, that automatically means I want him. Like, I want y'all to understand, money is a prerequisite. Think of it like admission to a university. Your high school grades are the prerequisite to get in, but you still have to hustle and be a right fit and work to get your degree. The same thing goes for relationships. The man has the prerequisite. He has money, sure. But now we gotta see, does he have good character? Is he compatible with me? Are our lifestyles similar? Do we want the same things out of life? Do we have the same values? So yes, money's important to get you in the door, but it's not going to make you pass your exams. And honestly, I'm so tired of people being mad about this because it's the same thing for men when they want a girl that's pretty. Like, she has to be pretty. That's the prerequisite for you to be interested in her. But once she's got her foot in the door, once you're interested enough to pursue her because she's pretty, she still has to have personality. You're not going to want to date her if she doesn't have personality. I've heard so many men say that. I don't just want a pretty girl, she has to have a personality. Exactly. But you wouldn't even look twice at her if she wasn't pretty. Same thing goes for men with money. And not even every girl thinks the way that I think. This is just me. I'm just talking about me. When I say I want a man with money, that doesn't mean I'm just going to date him because he has money. I'm not a gold digger.
My question is this to the women. Y'all want a man to provide every single thing, pay all the bills, sponsor your whole lifestyle, buy you this, buy you, take care of you, and etc., right? But when do that man have time for you? When do he spend quality time with you? If he doing all these things, where do your time come in at? Or do y'all not just give a damn? If that man working 50 to 70 hours a week, when he get home off of work, he tired. Ain't no such thing as me time. I know what y'all women gonna say, but at least he gonna come home to a clean house. At least he ain't gotta do nothing. I'm gonna rub his feet, I'm gonna massage him. Do y'all not hear y'allself? You gonna rub his feet, he gonna fall asleep. In the next couple hours, he back on his feet, headed back to work. And he just gonna repeat the same cycle every single day. You still ain't doing nothing for him. Yeah, you got the house clean, true enough, but he ain't even there to even enjoy it. Because soon as he get home, he bath, eat, then go to sleep and go right back to work. So the only thing that you're doing for him physically is rub his damn feet and give him a massage. And that's the main reason why a lot of y'all men don't mind going to work, because they got a side chick at work. Yeah, they in the whole relationship at work. He spend more time with his side chick at work than he do with you. And hell no, he ain't gonna complain because he got best of the both worlds. If your man ain't never at home and don't mind not being at home, where the hell do you think he at? You better have some common sense.
I'm here for the usual.
Rates gone up, baby. Inflation.
What? Inflation? How much is it now?
200, sweetheart.
What? $200? What can I get for like 20?
20? Why don't you find out?
$20. This better be good.
You good boy.
It's me.
And, you know, a couple of things. There was a guy that was talking about the passport bros. I think, and I understand, they're just trying to protect men. But we make it seem like men can't make their own decisions. We make it seem like men are going over there. And I understand what he's saying. Well, you know, some of these people, they have ulterior motives, man. So you go over there in another country speaking a language. They speak in a language that you don't know. You don't know anything. They could play you. They could. But once again, I'm getting played over here by modern women as well. Well, money can't unlame you. I get it. And I didn't say it did. Actually, I've been trying to get to know somebody for who they are. So I don't mind paying, but I would like to get to know you first. A lot of modern women have it backwards. That's why you have passport bros looking elsewhere. I think there was one woman talking about money is the prerequisite to get to know me. Once I understand that you have money, then we'll look at your character and your behavior. That's backwards. You should be looking at their character and their behavior first to decide if they're a good person. If they're a good person, whether they have money or not, whenever they get money, they're going to share it with you. They're going to give it to you. They're going to take care of you because that's who they are. You have it backwards. We keep on lecturing men on what they need to do and how they're lame and all this stuff. But then we not talking to the modern women who have things backwards. Well, let me see your bank account first. And then that'll determine if we can go anywhere from here. Huh?
The real reason why women only care about dating guys with money these days is because we gave y'all a chance. We went off your personality. We were like, oh, he's got such a cute personality and he's so cute. He's so funny. He's just so funny. And then y'all got lazy and were like, oh, she likes me no matter what. I don't have to level up. In fact, she makes good money. She can just pay for whatever bills. I'll just live at her place. I'll just crash out on her bed and leave my clothes everywhere. It's better than living with my mama. If she cooks good, I'll eat too. And I won't have to pay for that because she'll just cook. Y'all got lazy and y'all are wondering, oh, well, why doesn't these women want to be with me? They're all just looking for a guy with money. Yeah, because that's all y'all have to offer now. We can find guys with money who also have a good personality. And if things go south, at least they were able to pay for stuff in the relationship or give us stuff. Okay? Y'all blew it. You had a chance to use your awesome personalities and your awesome potential, but you didn't. You squandered it, and you ended up using all us beautiful babes as a security blanket. Yeah, y'all got lazy. I don't know where your testosterone is, where your Viking mentality is to go and get her done and move up in this world, but you're either gonna have to level up or just stay at the bottom feeder level where y'all are. And I'm just telling you, you might pull some hot girls while you're young, but the older you get, it's gonna be slim pickings for you.
I was on this first date a couple weeks ago, and I said something completely off the cuff, and the response that I got from this guy was something that I will never forget, so obviously I have to share it with you. He asked me, like, what are you looking for? Because that's usually what comes up on a first date, right? And I was honest. I was like, I'm ready for a partner, but I want a partner that we have alignment. And he leaned in and he was like, okay, well, what do you mean by alignment? And I said, I just had this moment where I just like dropped into my body and I was just like, honestly, beyond, being the same when it comes to morals, values, lifestyle, and, emotional health and whatnot, I genuinely have hit the point where I'm tired. I'm tired of doing life alone. I'm tired of being my own level of encouragement. I'm tired of being my own best friend, and I need a man. I need a partner. And I don't feel like I need a man to complete me because I'm very happy with who I am, but I'm genuinely ready to have somebody who's going to date me and be there for me in deeper level ways. In his body language, his shoulders dropped. He took a breath. He sipped his drink, and he just had this smile on his face. And he was like, that's really refreshing to hear. And we continued then to have a great first date. And it was so, his whole demeanor changed after that. He started opening up to me about the lessons he learned from his past relationship. And we kind of got deep into personal development work. It was the whole dynamic changed simply because I was literally willing to sit there and say, I do need a man. Now, the caveat is I'm not going to settle for just any man. But me saying that from the bottom of my heart, I saw a change in him. And the reason why I know that it hit him well is because there's a deep need for healthy men to feel valued in partnerships. And we, very ambitious and independent women, feel like if we actually admit that we're tired and we want a healthy partnership, that it's going to come off needy or that we're too much. And I started doing deep level work years ago to shift that belief. I literally just don't believe it anymore. If you think that I'm needy because I'm saying I need a partner, you're not my person. If you think that I'm too much because I'm asking you to provide me some extra encouragement and support as I scale my business, you're not my partner. I am not available anymore for a man who just wants to plan, weekly dates and send me good morning texts. It's the 21st century. I want an actual partner. And what's cool is I've developed into the type of woman that's not afraid to express that, knowing that the wrong man is going to be triggered by it and he's going to leave, and the right man is going to be activated by it and he's going to step up and pursue me. Sure enough, he asked for a second date even before the check came, and we had a great second date. There were some other things that came up that we weren't in alignment with, and that's okay. But it was one of the first times where I genuinely saw a man relax and say thank you so much for admitting that. That's really refreshing. So if there's a part of you that's afraid to admit the truth, which is that you genuinely want a partner too, why? Why not start speaking your truth? So you actually start to attract men who want to be your man.
Yeah, babe. Did that burn?
No, it's just a mess.
It's okay. It didn't burn?
No, not really. It's warm.
Easiness. You okay?
The way that man just looked at his wife and baby out of the way, and then everything else afterwards might seem small, it might seem boring, but it showcases what a good man brings to a relationship. Because let's face it, I think it was the baby's fault. I think I saw the baby grab the coffee, but then the mom just froze and she wasn't doing anything. So then he, as the problem solver, jumped in. He absolutely set the emotional tone. He stayed very level. He didn't get upset, but he was worried about her burning herself. And he asked her 3 different times if she was okay. Problem solver, doer, and protector, all wrapped up into one good man.
Eye contact is a really big way that women try to communicate that they think you are attractive and they're interested. This is part 84 of Harsh Sister Advice, where I explain things to men as if they're my brother. Because women typically don't really want to take the lead, they might not want to come up to you and start a conversation. But just because they're not starting it doesn't mean they don't want to have it. And as a guy, you should feel comfortable and confident enough to walk up to a girl and start a conversation. If that's not you and you don't feel comfortable or confident to start a conversation, here's what you're gonna do. When you're out in public, practice conversation. Talk to strangers, men and women. Put yourself in this uncomfortable situation over and over until it becomes more normal to you. Until it becomes natural to you. And eventually, comfortable. If you're in a bar setting and a girl is looking at you, go up and talk to her. If you think she's cute, especially go up and talk to her. But I think equally as important, if you don't think she's that cute, but she seems to be interested in you, I'm gonna tell you to still go up and talk to her. You know why? Because you're getting the reps in. You're getting used to the walk up. The first question you're gonna ask. introducing yourself? Are you shaking her hand? All of these questions are going to start to get answered for yourself. This way, when you see a girl who's a little bit more attractive to you, a little bit more intimidating, and she keeps looking at you, giving you these flirty eyes, you're not going to be like, oh no, I've never dealt with this before. What do? I can't go up to her and start talking. What am I going to say? This is why you're going to practice starting conversations, whether you think someone is that attractive or not.
Bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of account that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't.
This is working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay.
These kind of women out here are loyal to their feelings. They are not loyal to you. This chick knew that divorce was coming. The only reason they're gonna go into your account and take your money, just in case, is because they know that shit's coming. They either got a side piece, or they're planning on leaving you at some point in the time in the near future. They got that ching that you worked your whole life for. Alright? You move on and you better yourself. Picking the right woman is literally everything. That's how you do shit all the time. You can be doing this the rest of your life. These chicks can take everything from you. Do you know how many men I talked to I was with this girl for 10 years. She took all my she took my house, she took my money, she took everything. They can do that. You're signing a paper, literally giving them that okay the moment they divorced you, dude. Stay cold, stay relentless, and for sake, please pick the right girl. Stay cold.
I don't think modern women know what they're saying. Once again, y'all are talking about instead of just leaving the man alone and going to find a man that has good character, well, you gotta have money. To ride this ride, you have to have money. That's a street worker. Well, if you have good character, well, yeah, obviously. But you have to have money first. That way, and they're trying to use it as security. That way, if things go south, then at least he bought me stuff. So you're for sale. That's what the issue is. You're for sale. So you don't have any standards, is what it is. You don't have any good character. Your morals are shot, is what you're telling me. And we keep on sitting up there talking about how I'm such a great person. I'm fantastic. I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. You're for sale. People, men with the right amount of money can buy you. Do you think that that's okay?
Ladies, just like the man that likes you. I repeat, just like the man that likes you. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't like this man that keeps texting me, right? I don't like him at all. But he will not stop and he will not leave me alone. He wanted to take me to a spa and give me a massage. He came up with this idea because I'm currently detoxing, and he was like, I just want to make it like a relaxing, calming day for you. What if we go get massages? I said, okay, great, because I just wanted to get a free massage. Hear me out though. Meanwhile, I have no interest in this man. He's not my type. I would never go for him in real life. Just not me. Like that's not my scene. But again, I wanted the free massage. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. I just got back. Y'all, I showed up to this date. Hair not done, makeup, no makeup. I didn't give a I was like, I don't care if you like me. I gave attitude on the way there. I just was like, I just want to get the massage and go home. This man took me to the nicest resort spa in Dallas, brand freaking new. I had to sign a waiver for the massage. On the waiver form, it told me how much he paid for these massages. $500. There's a sauna, there's a massage, there's hot tubs, there's anything your literal heart desires. There's alcohol, no drinking girly, but there's alcohol for him. There is so much in there, like everything your heart desires. It was the most amazing experience I have ever had on a first date. He was so nice and he was kind, he was respectful, didn't try anything with me. I'm sitting here in awe and I'm like, Everyone knows I'm on a detox. My family knows, my close personal friends know. You have to know, like, I can't go on dates, I can't do much, I can't golf. I'm very low energy, so like you have to know, because like you want to go out to eat? No, I can't. And I'm getting the massage, and all I'm thinking in my head while this lady's giving me a massage is, no man that I like, love, in love with, my man, would ever do this for me. They would never. Most of them, if not the most important one, knows I'm on a detox, knows I'm on a cleanse. Has he offered to do anything like this? No. He's like, oh yeah, good luck. This man, stranger, doesn't even know me, paid $500 for a first date because he wanted to make my life better, because he was like, I know you're probably struggling with the detox. I know it's probably stressful. I know it's hard. I'm gonna make sure you have a better day today. I texted my best friend because I called her this morning and I'm like, I don't want to go. Y'all, I was 20 minutes late to the date because I was dragging because I literally did not want to go. I called my best friend, I don't want to go. She's like, just go. I called her after and I said, he ate. Like, this eats. He ate. He did what he had to do. Like, I texted him after and I was like, thank you so much. Like, that was so amazing. I'm sorry, $500 on a first date? Yeah, you got my attention. Good work. Like who likes you. Moral of the story.
There's a saying that if a woman doesn't love money, she's gonna make her man broke. And there's two ways to look at it. From some women's perspective, if she loves money, meaning, oh, I do love money, I want my man to have money, that's what I mean by I love money. No, that's the woman that doesn't like money. She's just greedy. And she's gonna make her man broke because she don't understand what hard work is. Okay, all she gonna do is, you don't give me time, here's no time, all you do is work. Of course he has to work, he's trying to get money. Why the are you not doing anything with your life? Why don't you go get some money too? A woman who has ambition and drive and goes and gets that money herself will always understand what it takes, that hard work to get that money. So yes, men, make sure you're with a woman who genuinely loves money and goes and gets it herself. Otherwise, she gonna make you broke.
Any man that wants you to go 50-50 and have you split the bills, run. The reason why men are doing this thing now where they're pretty much trying to say, oh, you're going to need to go 50-50, we're going to need to have to split the bill. They're envious and jealous of the fact that women have rights. And you can tell by this rhetoric that they always like to essentially whip out, especially in the red pill community, when they're saying, well, you wanted equality, so since you wanted equality so bad, you're going to have to pay half the day. Any man that wants you to split the bill, I am 100% positive with 100% certainty, he is a red pillar, okay? He is a part of the manosphere community. No man that watches that shit is going to sit here and ask you to pay 50% of the bill and split the bill when they were the ones that asked you out. Like, that makes no sense. As if women don't go alone to eat all the time. As if women don't make up 86% of the population to go solo traveling. Like, as if you don't go out to eat with girlfriends and rack up a bill and have no problem paying it. The reason why they want to split bills is because they're jealous of the fact that women have rights and they're able to make money. And so essentially they want to make you pay for their presence, since you have the money and you have the mobility to be able to do so.
It's the last remaining feminist taboo. I got a lot of women paying alimony these days. I mean, women marry the handsome musician who's not successful, or the artist, you know, there's a lot. Listen, it hasn't been, there's been a significant effort in our culture in the last decade, if anyone didn't notice, to improve the situation of women. If you have an equally qualified man and an equally qualified woman, the woman's the diversity hire, the man's not. So I have a lot of women who when they get told oh yeah, no, you got to give him half your or oh no, you got to pay alimony because he makes $50,000 a year and you make $250,000. And they're like, they could be the staunchest feminist in the world. And when you tell them they got to pay alimony, they're like, whoa. He's a man. He's got a strong back. He can get out there and work. And then suddenly the whole like gender is a construct and there's no such thing. That goes right out the window when you get told you got to pay alimony. That's like, nope, no. I believe in strict gender roles. Men should pay alimony. Women, even if you earn 10 times, you should not have to pay alimony. I've had very, very staunchly feminist clients who changed their mind about how feminist they were when they got told that they were going to have to pay alimony.
Or we can go half on the bills. I don't understand that concept of going half. That makes no sense to me. There used to be a time a man took pride in taking care of his wife. And her money is her money. I would really like to see men get back in their place of being providers and having pride in that.
If a woman could find a man to get a man to do all that for him, then all right. I don't really care what women want. I care what my woman gonna do when she with me. I don't care if I'm a billionaire. I'm not about to pay for my respect. I'm not gonna pay for your submission. It's the principalities of it. If I gotta pay you to come in this house with respect, if I gotta pay you to submit to me, then I don't want your submission and I don't want your respect. I want with somebody who gonna respect me irregardless of my money. So what you telling me is when I lose it, you ain't gonna respect me no more? You ain't gonna submit to me no more? You gonna leave me? And it's always somebody with a bigger bag. So what you're saying is your respect can be bought. And if somebody around here is willing to pay you more, you gonna go respect them. I don't want that. A woman come in the door with respect and a submission for who I am as a person, and she really with me, then maybe she can earn me to do that. But that's not a given. So I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. Cause you buying respect, and if you buying respect, it ain't really respect.
A passport bro is a man who is done with entitled, ungrateful, high mileage women in the West demanding provider status while offering nothing but an attitude and an OnlyFans link. Done with 50% divorce rates, false accusations, alimony, traps, and child support jails. Done with feminism lies. You're toxic if you want a feminine, loyal, fit, debt-free, low body count. So he grabs his passport, flies to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Ukraine, Brazil, anywhere but the US. Places where women still value men. Cook, stay slim, don't weaponize, and see marriage as a partnership, not a paycheck. Stats don't lie, my friends. US women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. 60+% of Western women, 18 to 30, are obese or overweight. The average Western woman, 7+ partners by the age 25, and that's backed by the CDC. 43% of US men under 30 are celibate, rejected, or priced out. Foreign wives, lower divorce rates, higher happiness, traditional values, actual gratitude. Passport bros aren't running, they are upgrading.
I stopped dating around the time when I found out that there are women out here who are giving their boyfriends their work checks. And their boyfriends are giving them money out of that check for them to go and spend.
As he should. And if you ask me, that's the correct way to do it. You can't let your woman sit here and work all these hours and then spend all her money on Fashion Nova and Shein. You know these women like to splurge, but you can't give them the opportunity to splurge, so you have to give them at least 20% of the check. And then after that, the money has to go to the bills, because how else would they be paid? See, a lot of women have a problem with this, but it's like, what? How is this a problem? Why do you think pimps exist? It ain't easy. These women don't know what they doing with their money. They like to buy crab legs and seafood every day. Crab royals. Bring the man the money home, and then you get your cut out of it because you're irresponsible. So trust me, baby, bring me the money. I don't want to see you blow all your money on Fashion Nova, Shein, and crab royals. I don't want you to do that. Please. I don't want to see you fail. I'm your stay-at-home husband. I am your support system. I got you. Just bring me the money.
You know, I do think, and there was a woman, she was saying, part 84 of harsh sister advice, encouraging guys, start talking to strangers, right? If you see a cute woman and she's looking at you, go up and talk to her. I mean, that's all the more reason. You like her, go up and talk to her. If she's not cute, still go up and talk to her. Or if you don't think she's cute, still go up and talk to her. I mean, you get the reps in, start doing the work. I like her tone. I like her tone, and I do appreciate what she's saying, but I think men would benefit having a woman right there beside them. I know a lot of women might say, who is this? Is that your sister, or like your girlfriend or something like that? How dare you have the audacity? No, it's my friend. You know, we came here together, and oh yeah, right. You know, so I could see how they could backfire. No, it's really my friend. I can bring her over, right? And because you're with a woman, she can establish or help you establish some rapport, and you guys are just talking, and she becomes your wing your wing woman, right? She didn't really say much of anything, but she gives you sort of a safety. Like the woman, oh, I see he's with a woman, he must be okay. And they kind of let their guard down. So that might also be something that you might be able to utilize if you have a lady friend that wants to go out to the bar and you see a woman out there. She's like, okay, I see her body language. Go up to her and say this. Okay, cool. Might be able to help in that way, right? But, you know, I think it's hard for men to go up and approach women. Number one, because they say don't approach. Number two, because, you know, you might get over there, and because a lot of modern women aren't really as mature as they say they are, they could flip out and freak out, call you a creep, get away from me, and then you end up online. Number one. Number two, number three, even if they don't post you online, a lot of modern women have this thing with their body language. They act like, so they want to say they can throw subtle cues and hints and expect the man to read that. But what they won't do when they're disgusted and they don't want the man over there, they'll make it very clear in a lot of these situations, oh, I don't want him here. Sometimes they'll be subtle, but they'll say, oh, you know, get away from me, I don't really like him. And they'll be laughing at him and joking about him and stuff like that. So if you're going to be that clear, making fun of him, be clear about wanting him to come over there.
That's why I prefer to date women with kids.
No.
Just letting you know.
That's a good option.
Because
that's a strong choice right there.
because both of you all understand that y'all gotta compromise and y'all got other people that you have to adjust your schedules around, and you all just tend to click a little bit better when it comes to that when you have kids. Whereas people that don't have kids, they tend to be just a tad bit more selfish with your time to them.
Well, you feel that way because you have kids. People who don't have kids are like wanting you to spend the time with each other all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, but you know what you get into when you get into it. So you have to, coming into that as a person without kids, you have to understand that you're gonna have to share
You're right.
this person.
That's what they need to know.
Compromise with them. And when they don't understand it, that's when y'all gonna bump heads.
Yeah.
Dear men, why do some men ghost women? I'm genuinely asking. I'm not talking about situations where you've been on 1 or 2 dates and you realize this thing is not going to work. I'm talking about situations where you've been speaking consistently, going out on dates, talking every day, probably even been intimate like once or twice or more. And then one day, nothing. No explanation, no conversations. You stop picking her calls, stop responding to her messages, and that's it. Silence. For the longest. It's something I hear a lot, especially recently. I mean, is it because you're no longer interested and maybe you're trying to avoid conflict? Could it be because you don't want to have an uncomfortable conversation? Or is there a perspective that us women would not understand? Because I'm sure there's a lot of women on here who would like to hear it as well. My ladies, before we turn this into a man bashing session, that's not what this is. And what I've heard too, some women ghost, but we'll come back to that, another time. Today is specifically for the men. Personally, I think honesty is kinder than silence. But again, this is not me judging. This is me asking you to please help the women understand. If you've ever done it before, or you know someone who ever has, what was the reason? We are waiting to read your comments.
If the woman is the prize, what would that make the man?
The wallet.
Yeah. I can wear pants. I can wear a top that shows most of my body. And I continue to do so because of all the women who fought for that. Women got the right to vote 102 years ago. That's it. There are women older than that on this planet who were not able to legally vote for the leadership in this country. We do this for them. We wear the for them. We do what we want. We have whoever we want for them because we are still continuing to fight every single day. I am constantly hit on at my place of employment, my professional place of employment. I am treated like a child or like an object every single day of my life. And I'm going to keep on fighting to make that not happen or to make that so that I can feel safe being able to look as I do.
No matter how well you lead, the women ain't gonna listen. Here comes a victim, enter the chat. They never take long. So I'm gonna say this for the record. The people who are already looking where you're going don't need persuasion to go there. You gotta fight somebody who's going in a different direction. They have a different vision. They don't see the same thing. So when you're trying to lead somebody that's going in a different direction, yeah, you're gonna have some problems. Discernment must be off. How did you get to a point where it's been 3 years? You said 3 years, huh? That you tried to get this woman to get on your program. I don't know how good of a leader you could be to be wasting your time in such a way. I think a good leader is a good time manager. You aren't as good of a leader as you thought.
So they don't want to go 50-50, but they want to get married and say for better or worse. That's a lie. And then they always talking about how they don't want to do struggle love. In a first world country where most people are overweight, y'all not struggling when it comes to survival. This is all material stuff that can easily come if you actually put in the work. If y'all knew how to sit down and be patient, if you didn't have to keep starting these relationships over and over, maybe y'all would make progress with a man and with the success y'all want. And a lot of men are being held back because women who don't think they good enough, but they'll waste their time. They might not tell you they don't like 50-50, but they'll show you. And it's crazy that extra time and money goes into something that can actually make your family rich. Y'all want to save money to do what? Just to spend? Y'all consumers, and that's cool, but stop wasting people's time. Y'all motherfuckers got to get on the internet and ask for the rich man because you leave them hanging so they can make it happen by themselves. And then you do what every other girl in the world do. Throw yourself at them when they rich and then expect them to just choose one and then expect them to take the one they choose serious. Why? You only there for the money, so get your money and stay in your lane. But that ain't enough, is it? Y'all be greedy and ungrateful. There's no good men out here. No, there's no good rich men because it ain't no point at that point. If you ask me, we can all have what we want without all the lying and all of the fake ass relationships. If a woman got a problem with 50-50, she don't understand investments and actually being rich. Y'all just want to use motherfuckers, and that's okay, but keep it real. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
Satan really hates it when women submit to their husband and reject feminism, and what Satan hates is good for society. That's why most women hate the word submission, because they've been programmed to fear that word. But in the Word of God, it says that women just submit to their husbands just like husbands submit to Jesus Christ. So it's just the natural order of things. It's not that you submit to your husband and he can do whatever he wants. He also submits to God, but that's the hierarchy. God, husband, wife, children. So ladies, yes, you should submit to your husband. There is nothing oppressive about this. Submission doesn't mean you're lesser than, it just means you respect your husband and you trust him to lead the family and be the head of the household. Submission actually takes strength, it's not weakness. My goal is to teach women how to become feminine, godly wives. If this is something you're interested in, give my page a follow.
So I'm out having dinner with my girl, and I want y'all to just notice something. There's women, all eating there. Women, all eating there. Women. And let's not forget right there too, because they're everywhere. Oh my God. I don't normally go out, but when I do, I go out with my girls, and I am seeing something, a trend. girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date.
On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. I would like to reach out my hand, me say me tell you to run. On my way, on my way. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hand. Me say me tell you to run. On my way, on my way. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How about run, how about cry, I would like to hold my little hand. How about run, how about cry. See me.
Yo, you gotta pay. I don't do no. Come on, man. I'm doing 6. Hey, was down. Good shot. If he ain't paying, I won't down there. Your money was down, gang. Your money was down. And guess whose was it? All right, put it down now. Put it down. My money. You gotta put it down now. I'm on, bro. You down to 100, right? 50, bro. 50. Don't cry. If you're on 100, right? If you're on 100, right there. Yo, if you don't drop it, he ain't down, gang.
Should a woman submit to a man's leadership?
I think that when you meet a man who is such a safe bet and so secure, submission is a natural consequence. Now, if you refuse to do that because you don't see, like, it just goes against everything, the narrative you've been taught, you're depriving yourself of a really beautiful relationship. I'm not saying submit to every man, but a good man who cares about your well-being, you'd be a fool not to submit to him. You'd be a fool to argue with him. You'd be missing out on a great connection simply because you want to maintain your independence, but independence is overrated.
You know, and I think they were having a conversation on tonight's conversation about, I think a man was like, I prefer to date a woman with kids because, you know, she has, you know, she's not her own. She has other people that rely on her and she's got to work around that. And I think he had kids as well. So he's got to work around whatever he's got to work around. Both of y'all might be good for each other because both of you understand where you're at. I think where it kind of goes off the rails is when modern women say, well, you know, I can't be there for you, but you need to be there for me. You're always going to be the last priority. But for me and my kids are always going to be first priority to me. But you better treat me like a queen. I'm your first priority. How does that work? How do I have to move everything around for you, but it's an option if you move everything around for me? And mind you, once again, I have kids. I have kids too. I have a babysitter too, but I have to pay for your babysitter, and then I also have to pay for mine. I have to pay for a car to come pick you up, and then I also have to drive out there. You know what I mean? Some of this stuff gets downright ridiculous. It gets stupid. And modern women keep on with this nonsense and they wonder why men are like, hey, we're not even going to go that direction.